Hi there, I'm Henry, also known as Music Simplified, and here is my review of the Genelec A340. Now, I just made a review of the 8040 and I said, do not buy this. Right, just whenever I tried it, however I tried it, it didn't work. Okay, just go back to the review and check it if you want, because it's so bad to say this, but it is my opinion of this line of Genelecs. And I loved Genelecs before, but today, after hearing many other things, my opinion is not so great. But now the A340, which is here behind me, is a different beast from the 8040 for sure. It is way more musical. The frequency spectrum is way more balanced. It sounds way cleaner, it sounds way more powerful, and it sounds way tighter. So if the 8040 was like an avoid at all costs review, then this one, if I were you, I would seriously try this and consider. Now that I have tried many other speakers and I have the Adam S2V right here myself, I still wouldn't buy these, but let's talk about what's great about them. Now, when I spent like almost a month comparing them back to back with the Adam S2V, and finally I sent those back, and I mean, they are good already. These are the kind of stuff that you want to monitor with, you want to mix and master with. And for me, it came down to my room size. Again, the Adam S2V is much more of a speaker for a small room, and my studio was built at that time in a living room. I had the full acoustic treatment, bass traps, everything, but it was still a living room, and the S2V just sit in there perfectly from the first moment on. But the Genelec A340 was extremely close. Now, they both have excellent instrument separation, they have excellent stereo capabilities. The Genelec definitely feels more powerful, the wide kind of, big room sound. And the Genelec has, for this size, it has quite a lot of bass. And actually, I took the Genelecs to a festival of 150 people. Now we went from my living room to a festival with 150 people. I set up the Genelecs, I room corrected them, and they were enough for the dance floor. Right, they could feed an entire festival. That's how much power these guys have, and the Genelec can carry it. So, if you have a larger, well-treated room, the Genelec will be amazing. If you enjoy this big, powerful sound, the Genelec is amazing. Of course, like I said, the amount of bass, and I mean sub-bass, is excellent, and it's a lot tighter than on the 8040. It's definitely not the tightness of the Adam S2V, but for a speaker in this price and this size, I would consider it a tight bass. There's still kind of the problem that it is still a small speaker trying to be a big speaker. It means that it feels like it wants to play a little louder, it feels like it wants to impress you, and it can cause some ear fatigue. Now for me, the 8040 managed to just create pain in my ears within 20 minutes of quiet listening. I mean more quiet than I'm talking right now. It would still hurt me. The A340 didn't do that, but after like 3 or 4 hours, I still just preferred to put on some other speakers. They could sometimes become a little bit shouty. But I wouldn't consider it a do not buy problem. You gotta try this in your home. They have the room correction. And this one does a really good job because you can upload your room straight into the speaker. You never have to worry about it again. And it will clean it up so much. It will help you a lot. And their measurement system is extremely quick. So it just takes one whoop and you're done. And that's super, super comfortable because wherever you take those speakers, you'll do this whoop, and you can be sure that you're getting a pretty close sound to what you're used to back home. So the versatility that they have is very, very good. Also, I move house often. That's just how I like to live. And for me, a speaker that has actual DSP that's able to do it fast is extremely important, because I might want to move the speakers around. I might want to move my entire house to another place, right? So, in what case are they the best speakers for you? If you want a powerful sound from a small speaker that has more sub bass than the low mids, right? There's more of this that goes around the room. Then it's very good if you need portability. If you want to set this system up in different places. It's very good if you want to use the DSP engine, meaning that maybe your room is not perfect. Then it will definitely be a good speaker for you. It has excellent instrument separation. It really sounds epic, and it has quite a lot of intimacy that the Genelec 8040 was missing. So if I had never heard the Adam S2V, then I would have definitely kept the Genelec 8340. And I think the price difference between the two, between the Adams and the Genelec, is pretty big. Like, you're gonna feel the difference. But this difference in sound is extremely small. So you're gonna get good value for money if you buy the Genelec 8340. But for me, it was missing this tiny bit of musicality that these Adams have, which is kind of this, you know, the Adams feel like they are never trying for anything. The music just flows out through them, you know, it's just effortless. It's like speaking. It's completely natural to them. And I didn't quite get this vibe from the Genelec 8340. All right, thank you very much. See you at the next review.